everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about 13 perfumes that I have more recently added into my collection. They're not necessarily new perfumes or new releases, it's things that are new to me, and I have been really testing them out for quite a while now, so that way I can give a full review on them. I'm a little intimidated by posting the perfume videos because I know the perfume community really seems to know their stuff, especially I know from like watching the people that I normally watch. I'll link those channels down below that are my favorites. They really know their stuff and they're like perfect at describing things. I'm not the best at it and I suck with pronunciation of things, so I'll probably mess it up, so just bear with me. But I really do try these out for a while before I even want to mention anything about them and just kind of give my own take on them. And I wanted to show you really quick, so whenever I get them, so it could be like BoxyCharm, TJ Maxx, friends and family gifting them, however I accumulate them, I'll set them aside in their own little basket, and then I will pull from the basket and just mainly try those, and then I will obviously pull from my collection if I'm feeling something for that day or my mood, whatever, but I really honestly just focus on those so that way I can really see how I feel about them, how they perform, and so forth. I really wanted to just point out quick because I just can't get over how adorable these are. These were in my recent Temu haul video, so these cute little earrings. You do need to put the little plastic backing on them because they fall out so easily. And then this was the other top that was in that haul, so I figured I might as well start wearing the stuff in the videos that I pick up because I like it, I think it's cute, and then that way I can kind of mention the video too if that's something you haven't seen yet. So let's get started. And like I said, I'm not the best at describing things, but I'm going to go for it, and hopefully you guys don't think I'm awful. So anyways, all right, so we have some perfumes. I think the most I have is from Zara. I love Zara's perfumes. I love that they dupe like the higher, more pricier perfumes, and I feel like the performance on them is pretty darn good, and I know I'm not alone in that statement. And then there's some that were like complete misses, and then I have some like more perfume, like the travel sizes that I tested out. So yeah, all right, where do I want to start? Let's start with probably the easiest one. I am going to refer to my notes, and then I will put the scent notes up on the screen like mostly everybody does, so that way you can see them, and I will also have the name listed as I'm talking about it down below, so you don't just hear me say it once or twice and then not know what I'm talking about. The first one is going to be no surprise because I did put this in a video, and this was something that BoxyCharm had on a deal. I believe it was $25 for this bottle, and this is Commodity Gold and the Expressive. So this is the only commodity perfume that I have tried so far to date, and I'm really interested in trying their other scents because this one I was joking around saying like I wish my entire life smelled like this perfume. So this is considered an amber woody fragrance, and it is unisex, and I think it is perfectly unisex because it will smell amazing on anything. Everyone spray it. I'm just gonna say spray it on your dog, but that's probably not a good idea. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, and for the fall and winter time I think this is going to be a must, but I'll wear this anytime. I did get a backup of it, and like I said, I really want to try all of them now. So Commodity Gold notes are, the top notes are juniper and musk, the middle is vanilla and amber, and the base is sandalwood and benzoin, and those are like my favorite notes all combined in one perfume. So it smells so good. It's just like such a comforting but sexy scent. I say the same things over too. I'm just trying to basically tell you how I feel about them. But whenever I smell this, it just makes me think of being cozy and wearing like a really thick, warm sweater, just bundled up and just so comfortable and cozy. And it really makes me crave fall and winter time, especially now when it's like 100 degrees outside. And I know like we're all dying of the heat and just are sick of it already. But yeah, this one, you definitely, I get the juniper in the very top of it when you first spray it, but it just dries down to like the most beautiful scent ever, and it lasts. It actually will hang around for hours and hours and hours. So if you do see this, if you are a member of BoxyCharm and you see this on a sale and you're curious about it, I would 100% recommend picking this up for the $25 or whatever it is, the sale price, because it is amazing. So that is the first one that I wanted to talk about. The second one I wanted to mention also came from BoxyCharm. I got it on a sale, and this is by Pinrose, and this is the Wild Child, and this is the EDP version. So this is a floral scent. This is, if you like white florals, you will love this. And it is disappointing in a way because it doesn't last long at all. And I know Pinrose, I think it's supposed to be like more of a cleaner brand, so I'm wondering if maybe that's why, because it is an EDP, but it just does not hang out for long, and I wish it did because I adore the scent. For spring, I have worn it in the summer. Obviously it's summertime now, and I just used it the other day, and I really just want it to get stronger and last longer, but it just is the same thing. So Pinrose Wild Child EDP is top notes of freesia, tiara flower, and bergamot. Middle is gardenia, jasmine, and frangipani, and base is vanilla and amber. And you definitely get all of those notes in there, and it does actually smell really good dried down too, because you get that really pretty vanilla and amber scent, but it's really just white florals in your face. Just reminds me of spring and just kind of being surrounded by beautiful spring flowers on a warm sunny day, but it just doesn't last. So this one is the next one that I wanted to mention, and I haven't had, the one thing I always mention is if somebody will mention something or compliment it, it's probably like the best feeling in the world when somebody compliments your perfume, especially if you love it yourself, because then you're like, yes, I found one, found a good one. This one got nothing. So yeah, so that one is that. Then we have another one. So this is Ellis Brooklyn Myth EDP. So this is another one that was like a travel size that I got, and like you can tell I did use this quite a bit. And this is considered a floral woody musk perfume. This is a clean, soapy, musky scent. And when I read the reviews on here on oh my god, why am I drawing a blank? Fragrantica? That's like the most number one thing, I can't even think. So when I read the reviews, it's pretty much what everyone was saying about it. So this is something that would be like great if you just get out of the shower, throw something on. It's not offensive. I think it's very unisex. I think this smells good on a man or a woman, and it's just a clean, like soapy scent, like a really nice smelling bar of soap. It has, let's see, the notes are, the top is ambrette, bergamot, and cassis. Pink, the middle is pink lotus, jasmine, and orchid, and the base is musk, white cedar extract, and patchouli. And it does, to me, it comes off more masculine than feminine because of the fact that it's more of like a clean and fresh soapy scent. I think I associate those scents more with men versus women, because like women is more of like floral. I don't know. I know that's me, but I definitely enjoy wearing this too, even with that said. So yeah, it only lasts on me for a couple hours. I can tell it's usually gone within like 3 to 4 hours, which is unfortunate because I do like the scent of it, and I do want to try more of this brand's perfumes, but this was the first one that I did try and I like it. It's just not something that I find myself I'm going to be reaching for it all the time. I guess what I'm going to do is just go through like more of the sample size. I have 2 more of them. The next one is so fun. I really want the full size of this, but it's kind of, again, another one that's disappointing because it doesn't last very long. Okay, so that is going to be the Define Me version of the Barbie perfume. It's an EDP, and look how cute this is. This was a sample, again, came from BoxyCharm. This is a floral fruity perfume. This is so fun, so youthful, so playful. It reminds me of Barbie. It has like that like plasticky Barbie smell to it, but it smells like grape soda. I know there's a second perfume in here that smells like grape soda when I spray it, and there was a lot of comments saying that that's what they get out of this too. I think it's because of the berries, but like it just smells like straight up grape soda, or even like grape Kool-Aid when you first smell it. And the top notes are strawberry, cherry, oh my god, I don't even know how to say that, pomelo, I don't know, and pomelo. Middle is peony, rose, gardenia, and magnolia, and the base is whipped cream, musk, and sandalwood. It's so fun. It just doesn't last, and it's so unfortunate because I love this one, and I still want it though. I think I will probably pick up the bottle, and YouTube is not going to let it go because every time I get on Facebook, they show me the videos on here because you know how they track everything that we're looking at. So yeah, this is 100%. I need a big bottle of this, and it's not overly priced either. I just think it's fun, but it is like, it reminds me of Barbie. It like takes me right back to when I was younger and playing with the Barbies, and it's just super fun and cute. I think anyone can wear this and get away with it. So there's that. This one I have to have. Anyone that knows of a dupe of this or something that even comes close to it, please let me know down below in the comments, because I do not want to fork out the money for this one, but I need this in my life. I even wore this to bed last night, and I will tell you, this is so good. This is love at first sniff for me, and this was just like my beloved gypsy water. And this is Poets of Berlin, and this is the EDP from Wilhelm Parfumerie, if that's how you say it. And this came from BoxyCharm. It was $5. I wish I would have bought like 100 of them, but this is amazing. So this is an amber fragrance. It's unisex, perfectly unisex, and the tops are blueberry and lemon, the middle is bamboo and orris, and the base is vanilla, sandalwood, and vetiver. When you first spray it, you get a green, it's like a sharp greenness note to it. I don't know what that is, but that's what you smell, and that was a common thing that came up, is that a lot of people got a green note from it, and they either liked it or they didn't like it. I love it. The blueberry and the lemon, I don't get as much. I had this, I keep this, so this is funny. So there's like nothing left in this bottle, but every now and then I'll pick it up and I'll just like do this. And last night I was able to get like one little drop of air of the smell in it, and I wore it to bed, and I just kept doing this all night. It's intoxicating. I love the scent, but it's so expensive, and it's like a little bottle, cute, pretty bottle, but I just do not want to spend the money on that. This one, I didn't really notice that it lasted all day, but it is strong and it projects for the time that it does stay on you, and I think it was probably maybe like 5 or 6 hours is what I was getting out of it. I try to test it by when I leave for work is the last thing I do is spray on perfume, and then when I don't notice it anymore, and I'll check the time, and then that's how I know. But yeah, this one was like 5 or 6 hours. It's just so delicious. If you know of a dupe of this or something that even remotely comes close to this, please let me know, because I really want to try it, and I just adore this. So this is definitely a favorite, and I'll probably just get a couple more samples from BoxyCharm if they put it on there again. So that kind of gets rid of like the more sample sizes. So now we have this one, which is super cute. I know it's popular. I do want to get the other one now, and that is Sweet Tooth by Sabrina Carpenter, and it's an EDP. And fun fact, Sabrina Carpenter, I just learned, is actually local, or was local to my area, which is in Quakertown, Pennsylvania, and apparently she was born right around here, and then she moved and she lived like maybe 15-20 minutes away from us, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is adorable packaging, so super cute. And this is a fun, flirty, floral scent, really girly. Top notes of marshmallow, chocolate, candy, ginger, and bergamot. Middle is Madagascar vanilla, coconut milk, and jasmine. And the base is whipped cream, sugar, cashmere wood, and musk. It's delicious. It's so yummy. Floral, fruity, gourmand is what it's considered. And it is just really pretty. It's like a pretty girl scent, like something that is not going to, I feel like, offend anyone. It does actually stick around for quite a while. So you get like maybe, I don't know, I got like 6 hours or so out of it. And this one did get compliments. So this one is something that people will notice, and it's just fun, and I like that. I love those like fruity girl scents that are just fun to put on. I don't really go for them all the time, but when I want something like that, or if I'm like wearing something that kind of comes off that way, then I will obviously try to pair it with that. But this is fun, and I love the vanilla in this one too, and like the whipped cream note in there, because you definitely smell it. So it's like more smoother. It's not sharp or like harsh with any of the other notes that are in there, so it kind of just like melds it all well together, if that's the word, I don't know. But yeah, this one is fun and flirty and super cute, and I think this would be really good for a little gift if you want to give it to a younger girl. And yeah, super cute. I do want to get the caramel one too, because that one I'm assuming is probably just as delicious as this one. So that's that. And look, I mean, it's so cute. Look at the packaging on the side, has her name there. So yeah, really adorable. It's pretty affordable too. The next two, I debate even taking them out of the box because I hate them so much. So I saw these a while ago on the new arrivals in FragranceNet, which I love to order stuff from FragranceNet. And they had a whole bunch of scents, and I'm like, they're super cheap. They also have them for super cheap on Amazon. So I was like, I'm getting them. I want to try them. And the first two ones that I picked up were going to be the vanilla caramel and the, is it cherry Cerise pistachio scent. So this is by Varens Sweet, or their EDP is from Ulric de Varens. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So this one, I tried it, I sprayed it, I put it right back in the box, and I said I never want to smell that ever again. I don't know why. It just turns me off, and it smells disgusting. This one is not bad, but this one reminds me of a cheap air freshener that comes from the dollar store or something that would be this notes. And I'm sorry if that offends anyone, and if you love these, especially for the price, because I know they are a deal, but to me they're just so synthetic and I cannot stand them. So let's start with this one, because this one was the more tolerable one out of two. And again, like, I put all the other ones into a basket because I wanted to test them all out. There's like a pomegranate one, there's a cocoa vanilla one, I think, this really pretty blue bottle. Nope, I ripped them off after these two. So here is the bottle. It's a 1.7 fluid ounce, and yeah, so again, super duper affordable. So the vanilla caramel, top notes are vanilla, sugar, and syrup. The middle, it's coconut, brown sugar, and toffee, and the base is vanilla, tonka, and musk. Now going from those notes, I was like 100% going to love it, but to me, it's just so, it just smells like an air freshener. So I was debating just keeping this in the bedroom and just kind of like spraying it on the sheets, or like spraying it on the curtains in the living room or something like that, but it just smells so artificial to me, and it doesn't last for very long. So it's not something that, I don't know, I kind of would think it's more of like a body spray than it is a perfume, even though it is an EDP. But I cannot do these. I was thinking of maybe just listing them for really inexpensive on my Mercari as a set, but I don't know. And I was gonna give them to my nieces, but then after this one, I don't think I want to smell it even on them, like, ever. Again, I am sorry if this really is something you love. It's just not for me. Okay, so this is the pistachio one. The top notes are sour cherry and cherry. Middle is pistachio, cherry blossom. Base is almond, musk, and sandalwood. Ooh, I can't do it. It's like a, it's like the cherry in it is like it reminds me of like cherry cough syrup or something, like the cherry Tylenol, and then it has like the nuttiness from the pistachio, but it's like a sour. I don't know. I can't do this one. Like I said, I tried it and I put it right back in the box, and I was like, I don't think I even want to give you a chance, because I just was kind of like really just ugh, it was not for me. So yeah, these two, I might list them, I don't know yet, as a set for really cheap on my Mercari. If I do, I'll link it down below. Otherwise I might just, I don't know, I might just give them to my nieces. I haven't decided yet. I just don't want them to ever spray this around me. That's awful. But yeah, so those were a fail for me. But I don't know. I don't know. Okay, the last 5 are from Zara. Like I said, I love Zara perfumes. The first one I'm going to start off with was probably my favorite out of all of them. And that, yeah, it's definitely my favorite. So this is Violet Blossom. So it's a really beautiful, like deep purple bottle. And this one is, it says Zara Dress Time 04. And what size are you? It's a 3.0 fluid ounce bottle. So this is the one that when you spray it, it smells like grape soda. Like that's all I smell in the very beginning is grape soda. And as soon as you spray it, that's all I get out of it. So the base notes or the top notes are Violet Blossom. And no, I'm sorry. It says a Violet Blossom. That's the name of it. Duh. And it's floral. Top notes are Cherry Blossom. The middle notes are it's Magnolia, and the base is Tonka Bean. So not a lot of notes listed on there, but it does have like a very deep, like berry scent to it. Like that's kind of like what you think of as like deeper, darker fruits, and just like more definitely something evening, but I do wear this during the day. This one does get compliments. So the interesting thing with this one is when I spray it, I initially spray it and I smell it and I love it. It's just like, oh, it smells so good. But then after a little while, I can't smell it on me, but other people do, and they will say something. So I was just in the bank the other day and the 2 girls were at the desk. They were like, oh my God, what is that? And they thought it was one or the other of them, but then they realized it was me. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, because I don't ever want to be offending anyone by how strong I might spray it, because I overspray this because of the fact that I can't smell it after a while. And they were like, no, 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 it smells really good. So this one does get compliments. A lot of people say on the reviews that it's a great fall and winter scent. I do see that because of the fact that it is like more of a deeper, like it has like more of a deeper, like, I don't know the word to describe it. Like it like smells like it would be perfect for them. But like I said, I have been wearing it during the daytime even, and it just is really nice. So as for longevity, I could still smell it on me last night as more of like a skin scent. So even I had it on yesterday. So yeah, it does actually last pretty long, but like I said, it's just hard because you have to really like smell yourself to get it. I don't know, this is awful. But yeah, so this one is really, really nice and I love it, and I'm glad that I picked this one up. The next 2 I have are part of the vanilla. So I know this was like really popular when they first came out, and I see why, because they are duping some really popular vanilla scented perfumes for a fraction of the cost. And the first one that I had to have was the Hypnotic Vanilla, which is supposed to be a dupe of Hypnotic Poison. And this is considered a floral fruity gourmand. It's unisex. And it is top notes of bourbon, vanilla, and caramel. Wait, hold on. It just has, I have the notes here. I guess I just put notes are bourbon, vanilla, caramel, jasmine, moss, and apricot blossom. And this one does get compliments as well. A couple people from work were like, oh, you smell really, really good. And it has like, I feel like there's like a powderiness to it I've never actually smelled Hypnotic Poison. I want it because anytime anybody ever talks about it, it's like something that sounds amazing. I've actually never smelled it though, so I can't really compare the two if they're like spot on dupes, but I get like a musky powdery note from this, which is like where I feel like it kind of makes it really sexy and kind of like darker, and definitely nighttime more. But again, I wear it during the day because I'm trying these out and I just want to see how they are. This one, I did get quite a bit of use out of it, and I really do enjoy this one. It's the Fruity Gourmand though. I don't really get how it's a fruity gourmand because I don't get any fruitiness out of this at all. It's more of just like the vanilla and like the more gourmand part of it. So this one, I am really happy that I picked this up. And then I got the Sensual Vanilla as well. So this is the other one. And the Sensual Vanilla is supposed to be a clone or dupe of Eilish by Billie Eilish. That is one that has been on my wish list for a long time because I love that scent. And this one, when I smelled it, I didn't actually feel like it was 100% a dupe of it because I didn't get that same punchy feeling as I get from Eilish, because whenever I go to Ulta, I'll spray it on me. And this one, the top notes are sugar, wild berries, lavender, rose, bergamot. There's a lot of notes for this one. Middle is Madagascar vanilla, apple, blossom, lily, and jasmine, and the base is vanilla, amber, heliotrope, musk, and sandalwood. And this one, I like, it's the vanilla in it is so pretty and smooth smelling. And again, like the wild berries, I don't know, I don't really get any berries. I'm not gonna spray like paper or anything because like I said, I really tried these, so I know what they smell like, but I don't get like the wild berries in it or any of the lavender. And yeah, I don't know, it's just so vanilla-y to me, and it is more of like wintry, feels like wintry perfume, which would be really good and has that same like coziness that the first one did, like the Commodity Gold one that I love so much. And I kind of get that same feel from this one. It is like, it's sensual vanilla, it's very sexy smelling, so nighttime. But yeah, I am really glad that I grabbed the second one. I do want to pick up the other two. Okay, the last two I have are Juicy Infusion and Sultry Pear. So, Sultry Pear is an EDP, and it's supposed to be a dupe of La Belle, and I love the packaging. It's super cute and pretty, and I've never smelled La Belle before, but it's supposed to be a lighter version of it with similar DNA. All right, so my battery actually died when I was talking, and I had to wait for it to recharge, so things might like look a little different. And Dominik is obviously home for the summer. He's 16, and he's really good when I tell him I'm going to try to film a video. He tries to be quieter, but he is now downstairs working out and he's playing his music, so hopefully it's not too much of a distraction. I just didn't want to ask him again to kind of like be quiet. So anyways, we're on the last two. So it stopped with Sultry Pear. And Sultry Pear is like I said, a dupe of La Belle, and the top notes are pear. I say notes, but the top note is pear. Middle is almond and jasmine, and the base is vanilla and praline. And I feel like I'm just constantly going to the same perfumes with the same notes in there, and this one lasts on me for maybe 5 or 6 hours, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. I keep trying it, and I definitely enjoy it whenever I wear it, but I really wanted the pear to be like the most predominant thing in this because of the fact that it's called Sultry Pear. But for me, I don't get it that much. I mean, a little bit, but not as what a lot of other people were saying that they really pick up on Fragrantica. And yeah, it's pretty. It definitely, I love. For the longest time, I hated jasmine, and now I'm finding I just keep buying things with jasmine in them, and I think it's like what I'm enjoying the most. So it's funny how your your, you know, your preferences and scents really change over time. But yeah, this is, it reminds me of something too from like my grandmother, but I can't pinpoint what it is. It's just, I don't know. It is pretty. It definitely is pretty, and I'm glad that I grabbed this one. And I definitely, like I said, I enjoy it, but it's not something, I did use it, but it's not something that I'm like really gravitating to. The other one a little bit more, and that is the Juicy Infusion. So this is supposed to be a floral fruity perfume, and then you might be able to tell I definitely reached for this one a lot more. And this is notes of pear, jasmine, and black currant. So again, we have pear and we have jasmine, and then we have a black currant note that's in this one. So this one, I actually do feel I smell more of the pear in this one. So it's kind of interesting that you get more of it in this one versus the one that's actually labeled as a sultry pear. But yeah, I like this. It's really pretty. I feel like it's on the lighter side, so it's not super offensive to anyone, and it's just like a really, I read on some of the reviews on there that people were like, it's boring, and I kind of get that. I kind of get that it's boring, but for me then it's kind of just a like a good solid, like everyday, don't even have to think about it perfume to throw on, and that's kind of how I was using it. So definitely more daytime, and it's like, again, nothing that's offensive, and it lasts for about the same amount of time as the other one, maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, this is just like, I feel like a basic, like just floral fruity perfume. And yeah, that's, I kind of get where people were going with like, it's boring. But yeah, I don't know. I still like it. I still like it a lot. So that is all of the perfumes that I have to talk about today. They are officially going to move into the collection, and now I can really dig into these, and I'm really excited about it and cannot wait to give you my thoughts and opinions about them. And then I get to go get some more. So that's always the fun part, is picking up more perfumes to really test them out and see how they are. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love perfumes. I've been really enjoying testing them out, trying them, and just kind of getting feedback on them from people around me, and I love it. So the perfume videos will stay definitely on the channel as long as you guys like them. And yeah, so I don't want to do this because I don't hate when people do it. It's just so repetitive and you get used to hearing it. But 98% of the people that are watching my videos, according to my analytics, are not subscribed to my channel. So if you happen to be someone that keeps finding yourself listening to me or clicking on my videos, I don't know why you would do that, but thank you. But anyways, if you find yourself to be one of those people, please do consider subscribing to my channel, because it really does actually help my channel and it's helping me grow. And then eventually I'll be able to kind of put some more money back into the videos and pick up more perfumes and more things to test and try out for the channel. So thank you so much if you are subscribed and always returning viewer. I really do appreciate it, and I cannot wait to see where this goes in the future. And yeah, so that's enough rambling for today. And anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye.